Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to a rather cold but actually sunny Donington circuit. It is the first day, or the first time, the Mazda is going to go out on track. It's currently about 8 o'clock in the morning. We've got driver briefing coming up to make sure we aren't stupid, that's pretty much for me. And then we're going to go out in the Mazda for the first time. We've already had our first casualty though, and anyone who owns a low-ish Mazda will know this pain. You take it off a ramp. First casualty of the day, the fog light. It died, so no more fog light for us. Very fortunate for me, a couple of people helped me today. First of all is James. He's over there somewhere behind the car. There he is, just making sure it's all in one piece. Hello James.
Howdy.
So James is from M-Tech. He's here to make sure the car doesn't combust under my my influence. We also have Andy coming a bit later on, and also Tom, who's going to be doing the track day with us in his Clio. This is an unsilenced track day, which means that there are some proper scary looking cars here. A couple of Janetta GT4 looking cars. Seen a Noble in the car park as well. And in the meantime, I've got my little Mazda in the background, which hopefully is going to upset some people. Hopefully not me. So I did say it was sunny, but it's kind of changed its mind a bit. It's sunny and rainy at the same time. Also, there are some like proper cars here. And then there's a little Mazda over there. Oh, there's an Andy, by the way. Andy also helping us out. Reppin' GT, good boy. But yeah, so apparently, tyre pressure's all good.
They're good now. Yeah.
They're good now. Wheels tightened apparently, and we're going to go out for the side lap now and get an idea of what the circuit is like. I'm probably not going to put a camera in the car until we've done that, just to get used to the what's going on first. But then after that, we'll camera up and then go from there. Now this might not be very clear from the introduction because I'm not very good at those apparently, but the idea of the day was to basically get the car on a nice baseline setup, get the car feeling really nice, really controllable, and as planted as possible, given that we have no downforce, anything like that, so it's all got to be done mechanically. Then on top of that, because this car still hasn't really been track tested at all, is go out there, drive it, and see what breaks, see what goes first, be it brakes, be it tyres, be it cooling, any of that stuff, and get an idea of what we need to do for the future to turn this car into a proper track weapon. Yeah, so I'm going to go out now.
Yep.
And just do a few laps. Try and build it up a bit.
Yep.
I'll do 5.
Yep.
Then back in.
Yep. You've got to try and get the tyres warm, otherwise it won't work.
Alright.
And then braking wise, just to start with, whilst we don't know, because it's on track, don't trail brake, you know, just braking in a straight line all the time. Okay. Don't try and really yeet it into corners yet. But then you need to keep up the speed in the corners because you've got to build up that tyre. Yeah. Alright?
Cool. Alright then. Give it a proper go. After a couple of laps out on track and getting used to how the car handled when being pushed further than road use, I came back into the paddock to report back to the boys. It feels alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, brakes take a little while.
It will.
I found that out the hard way. I thought, oh,
okay.
It's quite grippy.
Good.
I'm not really finding anything yet. I'm just a little bit scared of the power at the moment. I'm not scared, I'm just wary of it.
Mate, you got 20 pounds of boost, I would be.
It's on this low map where
what kind of boost have you got at the moment?
260 right now. And I was keeping up with that Aston down the crown of curves, man.
Mate, this thing's rapid.
Yeah.
Once we get it all sorted out, it's rapid as fuck.
You haven't turned it up yet.
I know, so
that's the scary bit.
How's the clutch?
Okay. I'm finding that
because we could smell something when you came past that we didn't know it was you or something else. It could just be the brakes, couldn't it? But
I'm finding that I'm almost topping out on fifth, coming down the back straight.
Okay, we're topping out on fifth already, nearly. So that's good. So that's good.
So yeah, a fairly decent start. We changed some tyre pressures because they were getting a little bit too overinflated. on the first setting, and then went back out onto circuits to try and get some more track time. At this point, I think it's fair to say my confidence has definitely risen a little bit, and I thought, you know what, let's see if we can mix it up with some of the faster cars out there.
Yeah, so it's just way too high for it, that's fine.
So just be less.
So I think what we're going to have to do is just let them cool and then just do 5 laps.
Okay.
All day, unfortunately.
That's fine.
But, you know.
So hopefully this won't be too disjointed. It probably is. But we went out again just now, we didn't film that. Just to kind of tweak the shocks a little bit. So it made it a bit stiffer all round. And it seemed to help a little bit of how the car was acting, especially through the fast stuff. Just trying to get the hang of keeping the brakes alive a bit longer. We have about 5 or 6 laps before they come in and they're at like 400C, and that's really like we have to stop there, come in, let them cool off and do it again. Still haven't turned it up yet, still running roughly 260, 270, but as you guys know from the video, the low map isn't very good in terms of accelerations. Once we really turn it up, it's going to be a blast. And something I didn't mention earlier on is we're still on the 205s. We haven't put the 225s on yet. 205s are actually doing really well, better than I thought they would. It's a really good tyre on a Yokohama AD08R, something like that. It's really working really well. So hopefully, well, the plan is after lunch anyway to then switch on to the big tyre and do it all again. So what we're doing now is going out on the high boost, the full whack,
Full send.
full send, because we've been doing a couple of minor adjustments, mainly just to the shocks. They're feeling good now, so we're going to turn it up and see what the tyre can do. The tyre's feeling fine on the low boost. Not sure if it's going to be the same thing on the high boost, but that's the fun of finding out, right?
Oh God, Jimmy.
It'll be fine. There you go, we're on.
Boosty boy.
we've done a bit of running on the high boost. So what have we learned basically?
It's hot.
It's hot.
Well, 500 plus degrees on the manifold temperature.
Yeah.
Which is nice, so that's probably quite glowing. Need a bit more temperature control. Probably some ducting and probably some better fans. And definitely need some better brakes because you drive like a lunatic.
Again, this is a learning day for us. We came here knowing there'd be stuff like that going on. So having this happen here is actually really good for us, because then when we actually end up going to enter this thing in some competitive races or competitive situations, then it ain't gonna blow up. Hopefully. So after lunch and after finding out the other wheels that I brought along didn't fit on the car without some adjustments to the other fender, we went back out to try and do a long run on the brakes and basically see how long they would last. But as you can probably hear from this footage, things didn't go too well. Listen to how the brakes sound in the braking zone.
State of the pad just
Oh, the pad is
very unheavy.
so pad is rip.
Yes,
so we murdered the pad. Also, we think that the cap here on the radiator safety pressurized, and we got a bit of coolant everywhere. Around there. But as Andy said just a minute ago, this is exactly why we're here, is to find these things out. We're seeing that the car is good for a very short period of time. We just need to basically now get it working for longer. What have we got here, mate?
Do you want my professional diagnosis or my
I'll take your professional diagnosis.
foobard? You have well and truly put a massive heat cycle through them.
The spicy boys.
Yeah, so do you know where they go?
Well, there they go. So after a rather speedy brake change from both Andy and James, thank you so much guys, I have no idea what I would have done without you that day. I went back out on track after bedding in my brakes in the car park, but unfortunately it seems the braking issue went a little bit far beyond just being padded. I found myself going into a braking zone and just not having anywhere near the braking capability I had at the start of the day, and given that it was late in the day and we had no more spare parts really to try and fix the issue, I decided to bring the car into the pits and just call it a day, save the car, no point risking it out there, especially with the brakes as they were, and just chalk it up to a learning experience. So Andy, we're back in. What happened first of all?
Well, you've cut the disc basically. So
So to do this, basically disc, probably just new rear brakes as well.
Yeah, new fronts, and then you're going to have to uprate your rears all round essentially, and then work on cooling.
Now I was saying to these guys just as we came in that I'm kind of glad it brakes in such a nice way. I expected something more severe. It's only small things to do really, so next time we go out hopefully it'll be a bit more reliable, a bit more track time. But the upside is of course that we didn't upset some people today, which is nice. It was very fun kind of pulling on that Aston, that Lotus earlier on. We were on the high boost and we didn't get many laps of it, but it was fun to see them wonder what the hell is this red shitbox doing on the track. Really good to get the time in the car and kind of learn it a bit. Still lots to go. I think this is the car that will benefit from more and more laps as we go on. In terms of tyre, really good. I don't see any reason why we should upgrade it to 225s yet. Maybe in the future, but right now it's doing the job perfectly. So that's it. All in all, a really positive day. I'm really happy with it. So yes, that was day done. I got to say, I think it was a fairly productive day. We learnt the strengths of the car, we learnt the weaknesses, and we now have a list of things that we need to get done before coming back to the circuit. I've got to end off this video though by saying a massive thank you to both James and to Andy for coming along and helping out. Without them the day would have been very short and probably very difficult for me, but they came up, gave me their free time and helped me make an absolute ton of progress of the car, which I definitely would not have been able to make on my own. So massive thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And I'm going to end off this video with some mild chilling and say that racing is expensive, and if you are a company that does racing parts for Mazdas or anything like that and you want to work together, let me know. Business emails below, please help. But thank you so much for watching guys, I really hope you appreciate this video and I hope you enjoyed seeing the Mazda finally go on track as much as I did. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe and the bell notification icon, because that way you'll be made notified of future streams and future videos like this. As always, a massive thank you to my Patreons and to my sponsors. Take care, have an awesome day, see you all next time.